Hello, I'm here and delighted to be working with Martin McMahon and Christina, and I'm now going to ask Martin to tell you a little bit about Christina's incredible achievements, and then Christina will tell us why and for how long she has been drinking TAHIOTIAN NONI juice. Martin, delighted to have you here.
Thanks, Tim. Well, Christina started training. Her brothers have been training in the martial arts with me for a number of years, and then they persuaded Christina to come along, and that's about 15 years ago now. And Christina was just came along for fitness initially, and then got very interested in the competitive side of it. And after a year, she started getting successful in the novice events, and since then she's went on to win numerous Irish titles. I think she's 24 Irish titles. She has 8 European and world medals. She became world champion in 2007 in kickboxing. She turned to amateur boxing around that time as well, and was unbeaten until she had to give up the sport due to the rules of the sport. And she has since went and turned professional pro boxing because she wanted to continue with the sport. So she's had 2 fights and 2 wins so far, and she's up again soon in her third event. And we're hoping she's going to take that to the next level as well. So I'll hand you over to herself to say a few words.
Hi. Well, I started kickboxing when I was 20, as Martin said, which is kind of late for starting. But I got into it and I liked it, and I realised then I was very competitive. Actually very competitive within the first year. So like Martin said, he put me into competitions fairly quickly, and I really took it from there. But starting a sport very late, one of the things I had a problem with was my joints, especially my knees from kicking. I found it very difficult to learn the kicking at such a late age, I suppose. So, cut a long story short, I told a man that I had joint trouble with my knee, who then in turn put me in touch with Tim Brown. So Tim introduced me to Noni juice, and I started on the Noni juice, and the first thing I noticed was my hair and my nails. I have an underactive thyroid, and I noticed that my hair had improved and my nails had improved. But the biggest thing, which I can say to this day, and I'm on it since 2003, is recovery rate. I always fought an Irish Open in March, and I had about 13 fights over Saturday and Sunday. I did 2 different disciplines, semi-contact and light contact, and took as many fights as I could in preparation to try and win the All-Irelands in order to go to the World Championships. And one of the things I noticed is I've always kind of got to the finals and did very well, but on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at work I found it very hard to recover and maybe had to take a day off. That was in March, and on May I had started the juice, and in June and July I noticed the hair and the nails improving. And in September, which is the big thing, is that I went to Belgium and I flew out on a Friday, and we had 11 fights. I did minus 55 kilos, minus 60 kilos and the team event, and I came home with 3 goals. And I came home on Sunday, and I flew home on Sunday evening, and I was at work on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and I realised then that I had brilliant recovery, and the only thing that I had done different was taking the Noni juice. So I then realised that Noni juice is definitely brilliant for recovery rate, and I'm still fighting. And as Martin said, one of the rules in amateur boxing is you can't box after the age of 34, which would have spoiled my chances, especially for even trying out for teams for the Olympics. So I wasn't willing to give up, and with my Noni juice behind me, I'm still fighting, and I'm in the professional world now. I'm on my 3rd fight, and I'm hoping to bring it to the next level as well, and maybe achieve what I've done in kickboxing and prove that age has nothing to do with it. And when you're eating well and you're keeping yourself well and keeping yourself fit and you're on the right products, it definitely makes a difference. So that's my story.